Happy Wednesday, Sooner Nation. Welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're on at 9:30 instead of after the conclusion of the elementary basketball game that's going on right now in Columbia. Sooners playing like an elementary team. Facts, period. It's an embarrassment of some things that are going on right there. Jay, I'm going to start pretty harsh. That's just what's going on. Things like inbounding the ball to the corner where you're going to get trapped is unbelievable.
Multiple times. Hey, I got my Back to the Future jacket on. Back to the Future jacket, trying to live the glory days of Oklahoma basketball because right now it's not very good.
And Sooner fan,
I
agree.
Listen,
he's not.
Hey, listen. Hey, it is fine. It is fine to lose games to ranked teams. They have 5 games in a row against ranked teams. They're going to go 1-4. But on those 4 losses, most of them they got destroyed in. That's the issue.
They should have made a change last week. I said it, and they should have. They'd have been better off.
That's the issue I'm having is they're getting blown out, and that's what you can't have happen.
Even then, Jay, I've been saying it all year. Even the announcers got it, Jay. They said, "Why is he not even trying zone?" I've been saying it all year. If you can't stop penetration, or you're going to let Mark Mitchell post up, their coach has got to be laughing in the locker room, saying, "Hey guys, let's just keep moving the ball around till we get Mark Mitchell on a mismatch, and then we'll go to work." That's literally what they're doing. And OU isn't doubling him. OU isn't going to zone. OU's not doing anything because it's elementary.
Well, Gates, they were 0-19 in SEC last year, and look what he did next year. I mean, they're a good team. Missouri's a good team.
Jeremiah Fears needs to stay in college one more year. Unfortunately, it probably wouldn't be an OU.
Will you please stop with comments like that? It's not going to happen, okay?
Jay, is he playing like a top 10 NBA pick?
Jeremy, let me ask you a question.
Answer the question.
I want you to answer this question I'm getting ready to ask you. So listen up and answer it. If your son was in college basketball and was projected to be the number 9 pick in the NBA draft, would you tell him to go back to college?
No, what I'm asking you is, do you think he's playing like a top 10 pick?
Jeremy, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he's playing like. He's going to be a top 10 pick. I don't know what you want me to say.
Do you think he's playing like one?
I think he's not playing very well.
You won't answer it. It's unbelievable.
Jeremy, he's not. Jeremy, listen. The guy he should be a senior in high school, man. Okay, he's got a huge.
I agree with you.
He's got a huge upside. It's not happening right now at Oklahoma. Yes, I would agree with that. He's not playing well, but this team's not playing. Hey, it's kind of hard.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you. They did. There should have been a change made.
Jeremy, it's kind of hard in basketball. I don't know if you know this or not. I know you've coached some.
Lost the team.
I know you've coached some Pee-wee teams and some first and kindergarten teams when you don't have anybody.
I've coached junior high basketball as well, Jay.
But, Jeremy, when you don't have a big, it really eliminates a lot you can do on offense because – and that's been Porter's. Porter has not been good at that, Jeremy. He's not. Porter needs to go, in my opinion, Jeremy. I agree with you. But I'm not going to have to question my Fears. I think Fears is he's at a disadvantage right now. And
bad coach. I don't know why I went to OU. He's been done a disservice. And Cole should have been playing all year.
Yeah, I think here's the thing. Here's the fact of the matter. Listen up. Year 4 looks the same as year 1, the same as year 2, and the same as year 3. I mean,
not only that, now it looks like players don't even want to be there. It looks like they don't even care, dude. It's bad. I agree, Senator WX. I said it last week. People laughed at me and said it's a ridiculous take.
It's not going to happen. Hey, Hunter, does Porter have a buyout? What is it?
Hey, real quick, I've got to stop because Johnson, how did the surgery go for your daughter? I know she had ACL surgery. It was scheduled for today. Been praying for her. Asking how things went, man.
Oklahoma football will be a lot better this year coming from Big Orange, a Tennessee fan. I hope you're right, Big Orange. I hope you're right. I think they will be better, but I hope you're right.
Great God. Agree. Can't keep anyone over a year. Even guys that have been here forever, they play under him 1 year and they leave. They bolt. Even coaches have left. Chief T-Bird, great to see you tonight on here. Crazy how he dominated. Again, it doesn't make – you look at the sideline. I'm going to turn it off real quick. I'll be right back. This is my Porter Moser This is my Porter Moser impersonation on the sideline. They don't know what to do. He got his head on a swivel. He's just chill out, man.
Hey, look at this. And I know there's been a lot of people, Sargent, Chester, Johnson, all talking about Joe C. Everything you want to say about Joe C., when you want to get on Joe C., the buyout to Brent Venables and then this $6.5 million buyout to Porter Moser, those are bad contracts. I mean, that's a lot of money for buyouts, man. That's a lot of money.
Joe C. should be behind him on the bench saying, hey, I hope you have another ride home tonight.
Jeremy, it's not going to happen. But that's, to me, though, if you want to, you can say all you want about Joe C., but those two contracts are way too big of buyouts for those guys because neither one of them, listen, neither one of those guys, when they got the buyouts, had done enough to prove to get that big of a buyout.
I know. Well, they're smart guys then. Hey, Jay, I honestly, when it happened, I thought Porter Moser, he was the hottest commodity that there was. I don't understand how it's gotten this bad.
I thought it was a good hire when they got him, Jerm.
I don't know how he's gotten this bad. We can talk about this all night, but hey, can someone go back to Ron's first question? Because I think it's worth spending some time on. And it was this. Guys that are, look, DeMarco, there's been questionable things. A lot of people in the chat, me included, I'm probably top of the list, have been very critical of DeMarco Murray. Outside of getting a couple of recruits, he hadn't done much, hadn't developed running backs, has made bad personnel decisions, in my opinion, just haven't developed things, all that. But how has Ohio State and Penn State gone after him? And I'm going to give you the answer, Ron. I'm going to give you the answer. Name. They think, hey, we get an NFL guy in here, guy who played in the league. He'll be able to win. He's young. He can relate to these young guys.
He can recruit.
And the recruit, they'll think about the recruiting, but in the end, you got to be able to develop too. But they don't look at the development. I think they strictly look at recruiting.
Well, I mean, I think, in my opinion, the one thing about DeMarco Murray that I would say I haven't really liked the most from what he's done is the handling of running backs, the managing of who's going to play, when they're going to play, and all that. I think that's been we've talked about that before on here. I think that's been his biggest downfall. I mean, recruiting, he's got guys. I think he's probably pretty personal to the guys. And I think he's, a player's coach. I think so. I know he's probably hard on him, but it's just the managing of the running back room hasn't been good. The rotation. So.
Yeah, Bob Huggins, bring him right now.
No, it's not going to happen. Jeremy, I think Bob Huggins with the portal, and I don't know if that Bob Huggins is a guy for that either.
What's the score now? But how bad is it now?
I mean, I can take losing, but you can't lose the third by 30 points to Missouri. Can't happen.
Oh, we got an end one. Hey!
Oh, they're making a little run here, down 16. What if they were to come back and win, Jeremy? That'd be pretty funny.
I'd go nuts on here. I would lose my mind and give Porter Moser credit. That's what I'd do.
Yeah. And then, you know what? Did you see? I think Saturday they're coming home to play LSU, which LSU is in a tight one with Arkansas.
They're giving free Cane's chicken away.
I know. But I don't know how much Cane's they're going to give away. But I don't think there's going to be to students only, but I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of people show up for that. Here's what's going to happen. I promise you. Tell me this makes sense without telling me it makes sense, please. Listen to this. A student gets into the game free to get free Canes and then leave. Because what's going to keep them there? They're going to walk in, get the box combo, and then say bye-bye. They didn't pay money to get in. It's not like they paid $10 to get in and you get free Canes. They paid nothing to get in. They're going to get free box combo.
But they're having a dachshund race at halftime. I can't go to this game because it's a wiener dog race, and I won't be. I'll be having to run out the exit. So I was planning on maybe going to that game, but with the dachshund race at halftime, I'm just gonna have to bow out.
Hey, you should go to the game, Jerm. You should give it a try.
I am not. I'm sorry. My son actually wants to go. It was one we mentioned going to, but this is like again. Inbounding the ball to the corner, the short corner where you're going to get trapped. 3 times in a row. This team can't inbound the ball. When OU here's the other funny thing. OU gets a mismatch on offense. Porter Moser still goes and calls for a high ball screen when you already have a mismatch. Please help me there. Please help me on that one.
Godwin with an and one too, man. There you go. Why would anyone go if you've seen other people eat canes that didn't even play? I don't know. It's not going to be a very good crowd. What time's that game? Is that at night? I think it's a night game. Maybe 5 o'clock. I think it's 5 o'clock, possibly. Hey, people, Ron, and people. What you got?
I'm with you, Ron. I'm with you.
What you got to understand: the guy's 18 years old. The NBA career, it's for the long term. You're going to play G League some. You're going to get. It's a long time.
Jay, guys that go in the lottery don't go to the G League, bud. Have you seen a lottery pick go to the G League?
The Thunder have drafted a couple that went to the G League at like 10 or 12.
In the lottery.
10 or 12. Who was the guy last year, a couple of years ago, Thunder drafted and went straight to there?
I didn't know it was a top 10 pick.
Yeah, dang.
Dang's been in the NBA, though. He's not.
He started in the G League, Germ. He's still in the G League.
Summer ball. Okay.
He's still in the G League some.
I hope people are understanding me right. I think Jeremiah Fears can be a great NBA player. I still can't get my head wrapped around top 10 pick. I just can't. Like he should be scoring more and playing better if he's a top 10 pick.
He should be playing better right now. I think he's in a little bit of a slump right now. But the turnovers is the problem right now. I think they said on the game 1-to-1 turnover, assisted turnover
all
ratio.
Year, yeah. And you can't tell me that Uzan
can't do it all by yourself. Though. This team needs a lot more than just Fears. They got a lot of issues.
Uzan would have been better this year.
They need a big. Yeah, Cody Williams in the G League, isn't he?
I have no idea, Jay. What
he is. Sure is.
What number pick was he?
Don't know.
I agree, Maura. If you draft a lottery pick and they're in the G League all year, bad draft pick.
Not necessarily. It depends on are you wanting someone to play now or someone for the future, Germ?
What's the score right now in the game after Godwin's 5 straight baskets or points?
He was 10th pick. There you go. It does depend on the situation. Well, I
do agree with this comment.
With Zias?
Yeah. Porter Moser's done Jeremiah Fears a disservice. What's a bad take, Greg God? What's a bad take? Tell me the bad take, Greg God.
Hey, Fan Stop, here's my thing, and thanks for joining Fan Stop. It would not help Fears to come back to OU next year. Now, if you want to say go somewhere else and develop, I still think he's going to go pro because look how high of a draft pick he is. Now, if they were to come out in the mock draft to say he's fallen to 20th or something, I could see it. But if he's a lottery pick, he's a lottery pick, and he's not going to come back, in my opinion. Just don't think.
Then maybe it's just a bad draft year. Greg God, if I'm a top 8, 9, 10 pick, and I'm drafting, I'm wanting a guy who can play immediately.
Hey, and I got to get to something. It is embarrassing. And here's what's embarrassing. SEC year one, your 2 sports that are men's sports that you really talk about, OU is going to be close to the bottom in basketball, and they were close to the bottom in football. That's year one in the SEC that we all wanted 5 years ago for OU to get in the SEC. I want OU to get in the SEC so they can play these guys and show them what's up. It's time to get in the SEC. Let's get to the SEC. Now in the SEC, bottom of the barrel. In the biggest sports for money. And that's got to be changed ASAP. And I hope it will in football next year. I think they're going to be better in football, but it's got to change like now. Now. It's got to change.
Hey, Greg God, you're the GM of an organization. You have a number 7 pick. Are you drafting a guy who you think is going to be in the G League first year?
It depends on your team, Jerm. What team what your needs are.
I'm drafting a guy who can play immediately.
Well, yeah, if your team needs it, but if you're a team like
Mitchell, is AJ Mitchell in the G League? Dylan Jones? They started out in the NBA.
James plays in the G League some.
Started in the NBA, didn't they?
Plays in the G League some too.
Now, I agree. Maybe the class isn't very good. That's why. Maybe that's why.
Who knows, man? Who knows? Hey, let's get. I'm going to go ahead and get trivia early tonight. I know we're only 16 minutes in.
Is it the one I came up with?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
But before we do, check out the FanStop, www.thefanstop.com. Use code SURGE. You get 10% off your first 3 months. And guys, gals, you want officially licensed merchandise? Check them out. They got all of it. Hats, hoodies, shirts, jackets, you name it, they got it. Sign up today. thefanstop.com. Here we go. I'm wearing my Back to the Future jacket. We're going back in time here. Once upon a time in OU basketball, there was a guy by the name of Jamel Haywood that played for OU basketball that had a buzzer beater against Missouri on the road. Just tell me what year that was. What year was it?
Hey,
that Jamal Haywood got the buzzer beater?
I didn't see if we showed the FanStop shirt. I missed it. I was going to see if we could pop that up there for the St. Patty's Day in a minute. Hey, and I do want to, there it is right there. There it is right there. Sign up by February 20th. You have like 4 or 5 days to sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club, or you don't get that beauty right there.
I have not seen the correct answers. Yeah, I've seen some that are close. And Eric, that isn't actually a really good example, a good comparison, because you are right with the hoodie and the jacket. That is, I should wear that for Halloween one year. That's a good idea, Eric. I'm glad you brought that up. I do kind
Someone
of.
Someone asked.
There's the correct answer. There's the correct answer right there. Zias. I don't know if Zias was first, but 2001 Hunter is the correct answer. 2001's correct. You can verify that Zias was first. But that's it. 2001.
You remember what number he was, Jay?
34.
Correct.
Yeah, I had a buzzer beater put back there. OU was ranked 16th in that game. The days. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Back-to-back years, OU got the top 10 in basketball before just plummeting. I mean, plummeting.
That's what I was saying. Ron mentioned Fierce early in the year, and we all did. We saw him against Michigan. We saw different player. And this has been the whole issue with Porter Moser. I'm so done with how do you go from top 10 2 years in a row to not making a tournament? Top 10 in the entire country. The entire country. And Piper, it is unbelievable. And Jay, I know you're going to say all you've had the coaches is Little League. No, I coached junior high too, and I know this. I could run a better offense.
Please.
I promise you I could.
Please.
For one thing, when I have a mismatch, I'm not setting a high ball screen for the guy. It's a mismatch for a reason.
Hey, 2 reasons why they were top 10 and they've fallen in the last 2 years. One is they should have never been ranked that high. It was non-conference, and they were overplaying. They weren't as good as they were showing. Okay, back-to-back years. The other thing is this: they were projected.
How they beat Michigan without a big Jay?
Jeremy, listen up. Listen. They were projected this year. They were projected this year to be 15th out of 16th in the SEC. Fact. They were projected to be bad. Okay? It was a facade earlier on. It was. You can't do it rigorously in the SEC back-to-back games against ranked teams. You just can't. Basketball is a weird sport, Jerm. Porter Moser can coach those tournaments. He can get him up for a game to beat a team. But, Jerm, you also got to remember that game. Fierce had an unbelievable game. What are you doing, man?
The excuses that you throw out here are unbelievable for this guy.
I'm not throwing zero excuses for me, Jerm. I said he should be gone.
They don't have big men. Well, Michigan has 3 7-footers and OU beat them. In fact, going into that game, Jay, you said OU didn't have
different. They're not athletic bigs. They're different bigs.
Jay, when you're playing a team that has athletic bigs, you got to do some things, like maybe a zone defense. Hey, I'm 5'7.5", Purple Orca, and I can destroy you in basketball right now. Tell me when. I'm confident in myself. Tell me when we're playing.
You couldn't beat me, though.
Jay and I'll take any 2 Surgeaholics on right now, okay?
Why are you throwing me in this? Yeah, that's true, Grey God. That's true.
It actually isn't true, because Jalen Moore's been great too, Jay. Kobe Elvis didn't even think about. He didn't even look the same player as he was early in the year.
Yeah, Purple Orca's 5'6". So there you go. Yeah, you're right. It has been a facade, but I mean, I think early on the lawn years it wasn't a facade, but
Hunter, I am so tired of that comment like that.
it's not an excuse. Time out, Jeremy. You said why did they get all the way up to 8 and they fall? That's why, Jeremy. It's a fact. It's not an excuse for Porter Moser. It's a fact.
Hey, and if you go back, well, it's Porter Moser's fault. That's my point. So it's his fault.
Yes,
Jackson,
agree.
go back to when it happened, and you remember what I said? Horrible decision by Moser. I was right.
Hunter, hey Hunter, do you play basketball?
It changed Spears when they benched him.
Hey Hunter, do you play basketball? Yes or no? You can answer if you want. Do you play basketball? I don't think
Jay,
Hunter does. Does Hunter play? Because what I'm saying is, with me, German Jackson, if Hunter doesn't play, we'll take anybody on.
Hey, Sooner Surge 3-on-3 tournament fan stop. Fan stop could that would be great. We've got to set that up. Where was Saint? I don't know. I don't know a lot of the St. Patty stuff, the history of it very much.
No, I don't either. Don't know, man. What else going on, Germ?
Not a lot.
Yeah, not really a lot, is there?
Open the phone lines. Open them up right now.
Is it baseball season? It's almost baseball season.
Eric, I won't bring up what you told me because you won't want me to bring it up on here.
I know.
I won't bring it up. I won't bring it up.
Hey, I'd be down to go against Grey God at 918. They might be really good though, but I'm up for a challenge.
I'd go Eric Grey God in 918 versus us. Oh, I got it. Tell me when. I'll be
me, you, and who? Hunter or Jackson? Had to be one of them because
Eric, you'll care. You'll care when I bring it up. I'm not going to bring it up, man. I'm not going to do it.
Phone lines are open. I believe Hunter dropped it. Hunter, did you drop him in there? I can't remember if you did.
I've actually never seen Jackson play. I'm not sure I want him on my team yet.
Wouldn't score. Hey, the name of my game is defense. I might not score, but nobody's scoring on me. Or you might get 1 or 2 buckets.
Yeah, and hey, Jay, I'm serious. Let's make it happen. I have full confidence in our basketball game, Jay. You and I know each other. We know when we're cutting. All that stuff.
Germ, the difference
telepathic powers.
Germ, we're not 20 anymore. I'm mid-40s, man. It's a little different. I
agree.
A little different. Hunter, did you drop the phone lines in there? I don't see him. There it is, right there. Boom. There it is, right there. Call in if you'd like to call in. I know a couple people were asking for the phone lines. There's Jackson right there. What's up, Jackson?
What's up, guys?
First off, real quick question for you. Are you going to the game Saturday?
What?
Are you going to the game Saturday?
My family is going to be up here in Norman, so I do not think so.
All right.
But, to be honest, I that's not weak because my family's coming up to see me, dude. Why would I want to go watch that?
What's on your mind?
Well, you guys know that in order to fix this OU team, it's just going to be more than a head coaching hire, right?
Listen, basketball is
not actually.
In basketball,
you get 5 guys out of the portal right now next year.
Yeah, you can be fine. You already got already.
Yeah, I know, but in order to get some elite players, you're going to need to pay some big bucks. Am I wrong about that?
Well, to get
it's not all about paying big bucks for players. There's teams right now. Go look at who just came into Norman last. Tennessee. They got 3 or 4 guys from small schools. And they're playing really well.
But those were some of the top guys available from small schools in general, Jeremy. And they had all the big time schools after them.
I don't think it's all NIL for basketball. You can win without it. You might not win championships, but you can make tournament. Come on now.
So you're satisfied with just making March Madness? You don't want to
Jackson, if Porter Moser, if all he did was make the tournament every year, he would never be fired. He'd be here the rest of his career.
Boy, he's not going to do that. He shouldn't be the coach.
Am I right, Jackson? If he makes the tournament, no one's on his back.
Yeah, at OU, that's right.
At OU, but I'm just saying that whenever he was hired at Oklahoma, the expectation, or I'm not even going to say the expectation, but what he done at Loyola Chicago, a lot of people thought he'd come to Oklahoma and potentially take Oklahoma to a higher ceiling in the state tournament, win a couple games, make an Elite Eight, Final Four at a point, but it's just he's flopped, and it's due to the fact the evaluation of talent, especially when it comes to bigs, has not been good. And that's where it starts. I think the guard play, he's gotten some solid guards, some good 3-and-D wings. But whenever you're lacking an athletic big that's just going to get abused in the pick and roll and in the
But
paint.
that's him. That's on him, though, Jackson.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
he's in
That's
charge of
on
getting
Moser.
big men.
If I'm, let's say that I was to get hired as a head coach of Oklahoma, I know that's not going to happen. The first thing I'm doing is going out and making sure I have the NIL to go get an elite big man. That's where it starts.
Well, they got a lot of issues there, and they got to do something.
It's annoying. It's been the same issues for 4 years. It was Tanner Groves to Sam Godwin. They had Tanner Groves for 2 years and Sam Godwin starting for 2 years. It's been the same issues with them both.
Yeah, it hasn't been good. So
I mean, well, also the SEC all of a sudden just got way better once
it doesn't matter if they're in the Big 12. They wouldn't be winning in the Big 12 right now. Come on,
they would be better.
They wouldn't make the tournament.
Wait, what?
They wouldn't make the tournament.
I think they'd make the tournament in the Big 12. The Big 12 is not near as good as it has been. It is not near as good.
You know what, though? He had 3 years in the Big 12 to make the tournament. They didn't do it. So
yeah. And you know what? Bringing in their recruiting class in 2025 with Kai Rogers, it's a year too late.
Doesn't matter if Porter Moser's the coach.
What?
Doesn't matter if Moser's the coach, Jackson.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. It doesn't matter because he's not going to be the coach here next year.
I don't know about that. But
okay, he shouldn't be the coach. All right,
he might not should be, but I don't know if they'll. I don't know if they'll do. I don't know if they'll pay $6.5 million to get rid of him. I think he might be.
Well, then they don't care about the success of the basketball team that much.
Maybe they don't.
Then that's not. Then why?
I don't know, Jackson. I have no clue. But
yep.
Hey, thanks for the call, man.
See you guys.
Have a good one, man.
Jay, who was the guy
getting in shape, Jackson, for basketball?
Jay, who was the guy last year? Who was the guy last year or the year before that?
Wow.
He was from.
Wow.
Yeah.
70.
Fire him now! Now! Tonight! 28 points in Columbia. But get rid of him tonight. Make it happen.
They're not going to pay $6.5 million. And where does that come in? Who set the buyout, Jerm?
Hey, Jay, who was the guy
who set the buyout?
Joe C. Exactly, Ron. Actually, he should have been fired the other day when I got laughed at and said it. Hey, Jay, who was the guy? I think his name was Ben. He was either from Sweden or Australia. Where's he at now?
Oh, Ben.
Can't think of his name.
Ben. What was his name? Come on now, Hunter.
Someone will know it. Where's he at?
He's probably not doing a whole lot.
Hey, it doesn't increase the likelihood, Hunter, but it's what I'm going to do. Hey,
he was at OU.
I can't say fire BV tonight. No, not Ben Simmons. He played at OU.
He played at OU last year, the year before last. He was a freshman, and then he moved on.
Hey, I have said that I thought firing BV might happen, and it didn't. And I said they have to make playoffs next year. He's gone. But I'm going to tell you one reason, Eric, one main reason. Now, I have said get rid of BVJ. You heard me say
Jeremy, yeah, but Jeremy, you've been on Moser since he got to OU. So
I've been on Moser from day one, and here's why there is a different one. Here's why there's a difference. OU football was not getting just demolished in games. The players didn't look like they quit at all. Hey, am I wrong in that, Jay? Outside of LSU, and by the way, no one is still in Texas. That was the big one. Hey, no one has answered the question that I asked, and it's not in here. So rumors are true. A bunch of yelling idiots in here.
I can go look it up.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve. There's only one yelling person, and it's me. I haven't heard you. So I disagree with your statement. You said a bunch of. It's just me, man. Thanks for watching us tonight. Appreciate it. I guess the rumors are true. Benny Schroeder, that's the answer.
There it is.
That's
Benny Schroeder. There it is.
Where's he at now?
No clue, Jerem. No clue. Don't know. Don't care. I know where B. John Cortez is, Wichita State. But
hey, and fan stop. He had 2 good years. Go look at the other years at Loyola. They were 500 or above 500 barely.
No. But what I would be interested to know, because I don't have it in front of me. I don't know if Hunter can look it up, but I'd be interested to know, when did he get the buyout added? I don't think the buyout was added that high at the beginning of his contract. I thought it was after a few years they added it. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But what I was saying is, what did he do in the first few years to earn that buyout such a high rate after that? Now, maybe it was early on. I know there's always a buyout, Hunter, but I thought they reconstructed his contract after a year or two. And maybe I'm wrong on that.
And the other thing is, Porter Moser refused to even change anything during games. It's unbelievable.
I think the biggest difference, Eric, is Porter Moser's teams are getting absolutely demolished right
That's
now.
what I just said, Jay. I just said that.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the
And
deal.
he may go be great somewhere else. It's not OU.
The other thing is this. And Brent Venables, I've said it before, he's an OU guy. People are a little more lenient because he's an OU guy. And you included on that, Jerm.
It's just laughable how bad the program is. To go look at like 4 of their last 5 games right now, Jay. 4 out of the last 5 games, they're just getting run out of the gym. Like, you would think if a team is that much better than you, Jay, you would either slow down the tempo, have something in place where you're going to try to make the game a little shorter, take the shot clock down to 5 every time and jack up a shot. They don't try any of it. They do the same thing every single night. They play man defense when they can't stay in front of men. They play man defense when they can't stay in front of them, and they don't have a big man to protect the basket. They play man defense when they don't even help. They don't deny. They don't help. That's common basketball knowledge. And in the end, this is the reason right here. If they were diving on the floor, getting up and yelling, having energy, I would say, okay.
Yeah, Greg can hold him under 100 points tonight. Hey, let me say this, and I'm going back to the question comparing BV and Moser. Here's the other difference, okay? Separate situations, but look at it this way. If you go back to the Moser hire, a lot of people love the Moser hire, but the one person that people wanted instead of Moser was who, Germ? What name were people wanting to go after?
Jay Wright.
XOU guy, Kellen Sampson. That was, people were talking about it back then. OU guy. They got Moser. So there's already this in some people's minds. I wanted an OU guy. I'm going to be against Moser. Switch it to football. BV is the OU guy.
Jay, but I'm not going to.
Had it not been BV and been another guy that they hired from like Florida, the fan base would already turn on him so hard it would be. You're wrong, Germ. You're wrong on this.
Okay, and what Purple Orca says is what I've been saying for how many weeks now. And during football season, I said this. I said the one, and I remember getting ripped. I said the one thing that I can say about BV, hasn't lost the locker room. That I said that over and over. The one thing that he has not done, it doesn't look like, is that he's lost a lot, and it looks like Moser has. That's the biggest difference. This team can still make the tournament.
Jeremy, I get it. I get it, but what I'm saying is this: if that was not Porter Moser on OU sideline, and it was Kellen Sampson, an OU guy, there would be a little more love towards him because he's an OU guy. Grew up.
No, if Kellen Sampson was here right now, getting beat by 30, 2 or 3 games in a row, people would say he's not ready to be a head coach. I think.
There would be people saying, "Man, he's been had a bad deal, a bad hand, or what." I'm just telling you that's a fact.
Eric, all I said that for was that to highlight the fact of the difference between the two. So thanks for proving my point. I'm highlighting the difference. No, 6 and 7's trash. It's garbage. But I am right. He didn't lose the team. And you're right, Lane. It wouldn't happen. If it was a Kelvin Sampson team, there'd be guys hustling all over the place. I saw so many plays tonight, where guys just weren't even hustling down the floor.
It was they got blown out tonight. I mean, and you look at their schedule, they play LSU, which somebody update me on the LSU-Arkansas score. I think LSU might have won in Arkansas. They were within 1 point. I don't know if they beat them or what, but you play LSU, which is unranked. Then your next 5, all ranked again. So right now, just looking at it, from the way they're playing, do you think they can get more than 2 more wins in this conference, the way they're playing right now?
They got to get to 7, Jay.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not even talking about getting to 7.
Every game's a must-win, Jay. Every game's a must-win. Does Hunter agree with that yet? Jeez, maybe I was right on that.
Hogs won by 12. So OU has to beat LSU, and then I think if you look at their schedule, the Mississippi State game at home win. That could be a win, maybe. But other than that, I mean, I don't. Hey, it's hard to see a whole lot on there.
Porter Moser Stan. Nobody said that the fact that the men's football, that OU football, the fact that they didn't quit changed the results. Didn't say that. That's not the point. The point is the look of when you're getting absolutely destroyed in every game, and it doesn't look like the effort's there. That's a big sign of a disease of the team. That's all I'm saying. And the biggest deal with BV, second year they go 10-2 and he can't make the Big 12 tournament because of who they lost to. That was to me that was unbelievable. Yeah, it didn't help Porter Moser Stan. No one said it helped. That's not my point here, guys.
Yeah, I mean. Fun fact, did you already put this one up there? Kelvin Sampson, first year as head coach. I did not know that. That is a fun fact.
Ron, BV has been a failure as a head coach so far, yes.
Sooners' only win is going to be LSU, and they're going to lose the rest. I mean, it could happen. Could happen.
They haven't won a bowl game. It's been bad. Not saying it hasn't. But what's happening at OU basketball, I know no one cares about really, but some people do. I care about basketball. And I don't like that they're just getting destroyed. They're not even – hey, I'm going to say something really that I think is pretty true, Jay. Go look at college basketball scores across the country. Just go look at them. You don't see many blowouts by 20 or more. You just don't.
No, you don't. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem. That's the problem.
You don't see teams getting just blown out.
Crystal says OU has a leadership program. It's not the players, football, basketball. I can probably agree with that right now.
Not sure what means.
I don't know. All I know is Porter Moser at the end of the year. We'll see what happens. Jeremy, right now, I don't know if they're gonna make any changes when you have to pay $6.5 million to get rid of your basketball coach. Now, here's what could happen. He could maybe go find a job elsewhere. He might go look around. He's probably not happy at OU either. He can't be happy either. I mean, if there's no support for it, zero support. Well, you think he's happy?
Well, there's enough on here, at least, that people that care about it.
Drewski says OU has a Joe C problem. Other people have said that. Here's my thing. We could go down the Joe C thing all night long. My biggest complaint about Joe C right now is the 2 buyouts are massive. They're massive buyouts. If you go look at OSU got in a big problem in basketball. Do you know when they got in a big problem in basketball? When they really started going south? You know when? It was when they gave Travis Ford a bunch of money. And remember that? They gave him this massive salary and everything. Do you remember that? And it was a bad move. Yep. He wasn't a good coach for them. And it went downhill from there.
A lot of people have said fire Joe C. And I'm going to continue to say what I've said the whole time. Joe C will not be fired unless he does something immoral or money stops coming in. And in basketball, it kind of has.
Has there ever been money coming in basketball?
Probably not, Jay.
Probably not. I don't think there has been. I don't think anybody's given a free pass to Josie Crystal.
The only thing I've ever been ripped out about saying about Josie is when I say things like he's one of the most prominent and well-respected athletic directors in the entire country. And guess what? I'm not wrong. He is.
Hey, Johnson, anytime, man. And all the Surgeaholics. Hey, it's definitely, I mean, been praying. Hope everything's good for you and for her. And we'll keep them coming, man.
Hey,
Moser got an F grade.
I agree, except Fears is the lottery pick, everyone says. Jalen Moore's an NBA guy. That's what people say.
He's not,
I don't see it on either. I don't see either one of those being true. But
well, Fears will be. I don't think Moore will play overseas.
No, but you don't make sense when you say that. Jalen Moore's been projected to be a draft pick, Jay. So
when are you going to
understand? He's not?
When are you going to understand what NBA is about?
What
NBA is about the upside. NBA is about the upside you have as a player.
You're missing the
Jeremy
point.
Fears
Hunter,
is a huge upside.
Hunter, I thought Jalen Moore was projected to be drafted.
No, that's why he came back to college, Jerm.
Right, and I thought the projections are that he would be drafted in the 2 rounds.
I don't know, Jerm. I haven't seen any projection. Hey, I said this the other night. I did a little bit of a deep dive. I go back and look at DeLoss Dodds at Texas. He was there a long time, I think, and near the end, it was kind of like they changed direction. But if you go look at the ADs right now of the top schools, a lot of them were hired after 2016. There's a lot of new ones. You have the Oregon guy who's been there quite a while, and he's tearing it up. But other than the Oregon guy, I mean, most of them, I think, have been with under 7 to 8 years as an AD at their school. And I mean, Joe C, when did Joe C come in? 98, 99? Hunter, is that right?
97 or 98?
98, yeah. So talking about being there now almost.
Let me clear something up about the Jeremiah Fears stuff, because I don't want people to twist what I'm saying. I agree, Jay. If they say he's going to be a top 10 pick, he probably is. All I said was he's not playing like one. And I don't see how that's wrong. Like I don't think he's playing like a top 10 pick.
He's not playing well, which is why they're losing. I mean,
but a lot of that has to do with Moser as well. Every guard under Porter Moser gets worse as the season progresses. The longer they're around Porter Moser, the worse player they become. Explain it.
I mean, I'm there with you on Moser. I mean, I'm with you. It's 4 years. It's the same thing after 4 years. Bryce, thoughts on Ohio State? I like the hire. Hunter hates it. I think it's a good hire. Hunter hates it. Other people hate it. I like it. I think I think Patricia's good. I think Matt Patricia's a good coach.
Hey, I know the Sooner Surge College Football 25 bracket. Give us a few days. It's going to be out. Second of all,
hey, by the way, on that,
this Sooner Surge 3-on-3 basketball tournament, I'm intrigued. I will play. I will play any of the viewers on here.
Hey, by the way, on the College Football 25 tournament, I'm taking entries for at least 2 more days. So get your name in, SoonerSurgePod@gmail.com. Okay? Get your name in there. So
I'd love to hoop it up with some viewers.
I don't know why Hunter thinks Patricia is such a bad hire. Why?
Hey,
Bryce, that's why. Philly.
Bryce.
He's a Philly guy. Hunter didn't like him at Philly. He's a good coach.
Bryce, we did a March Madness one last year. We'll definitely be doing that again.
Eric, you got to play the games, man. Got to play the games. But, hey, you'll be seated. I mean, I got somebody that's going to do all the seating and stuff. So, are we playing in the basketball? I'll play in the basketball tournament. I'm not playing in no College Football 25 tournament.
My 15-year-old son's playing in it.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yeah. I guess he better enter it, huh?
Wasting my time, Eric says. Wow. Eric, I think you scared to play against some of these guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Sooner Thrawn, you're not wrong. Hunter did say fire Sirianni.
Yeah, here's what I'll say about Hunter. I like a lot of Hunter's takes, but the fire Sirianni one, it's hard to. I mean, that's such a bad take. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Hunter, I don't listen. I don't care. I do not care about him as a head coach. I think he's a good coordinator.
Wow, Bryce is calling for Eric first round. Should we make that happen?
Hey, you know what that's like? That's like these teams that say, we want Bama. You know, after they beat a team, they're like, we want Bama. What you're doing, Bryce, is you're calling for Bama and you're calling for Eric. I'll say this. I know one guy that Eric played that I wanted him to play, and that was Hunter. And we don't need to say the score, but
I almost beat Hunter.
Eric, I think, hung 100 on Hunter. So
I almost beat Hunter. I had 6 kick returns against Hunter.
And Eric's saying, let's go right now, Bryce. There's his name right there. What do you call that? Handle? I don't even know.
I think it's called a handle.
Yeah. Oh, what else, man? What else? Tomorrow's Thursday.
Man. That's it. That's all there is, Jay.
Tomorrow's Thursday. Look at this, Crystal. She's gifted 5 Sooner Surge memberships right there. Get in on that.
If you claim one, you need to email SoonerSurgePod@gmail.com. SoonerSurgePod@gmail.com. Sooners are down 25.
Hey, thanks, Crystal. Appreciate that. That game's still going on. It can't still be going on. It's 10:20.
Let me do my Porter Moser. You know, I really felt like going into this game, I felt like our energy was good. Practice had good practices. Guys were bought into the scouting report. We got in there. We just time after time just couldn't stop the penetration. Continue to get into us. We didn't respond. We didn't fight back. I thought Jeremiah. I thought Fears was a little hesitant early on and just didn't sit there and get bodies on guys, and it just snowballed. It snowballed, and then anyway.
Thoughts on the Thunder and insane fourth quarter comeback? Hey, I thought they were going to lose this game. I said it in the text thread we were texting. I said, well, Thunder are going to lose tonight too. They didn't. They made a massive comeback without Holmgren. Do you think Holmgren's on this play a game, sit a game right now till he's back?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah.
It was an unbelievable comeback. Wiggins is unbelievable. And you know what the difference between the Thunder and OU?
What's that? NBA?
The Thunder, those guys get paid millions, and they're playing their butts off. Hustle, playing as a team. OU, those guys get paid, not millions. Those guys get paid, and they don't even care to play.
Crystal wants your BV impression. You could do your Seth Luttrell impression.
I could do a lot of impressions, Jay, but I'll be done. It's been fun tonight, as always. I know Steve Lee said I was just way too loud and I'm an idiot. Hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Usually, if there's idiots on something, Jay, I don't watch it. That's why I've turned a lot of things off before. Even the game tonight, I just couldn't watch it anymore. It was bad basketball.
There you had it.
Jalen Moore's worst game of the year.
Yeah, he's been pretty consistent, though, this year. This was by far his worst game. So, hey, tomorrow night, 9:30, we'll be back on here, 9:30 tomorrow night. Hey, make sure you check out the Fan Stop. There's the shirt. Sign up by February 20th to get that awesome-looking shirt for the March shirt of the month. Make sure you use code SURGE. You'll get 10% off your first 3 months. It's been fun. It's been a good night. Copy asked, what exactly are we ranting about? You know what? Whatever's in the chat we talk about, so something whatever came up is probably what it was about. But it's been a good night. Hope everybody has a good Thursday. Stay warm if it's cold where you're at, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night.
Get